Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to General Chatter. Talk about all sorts of nerdery related stuff. My name is Susan. I'm your host, and with me this evening, I've got a couple of newbies. Why don't you introduce yourselves, guys?
Hi, I'm Brittany Brown.
And I am Henry Van Leeuwen.
Now, what I like to do whenever we have somebody on here for the first time, I like to get y'all to introduce yourselves, how you got into Rooster Teeth, and how you got into the RT Austin community. So, Brittany, why don't you tell us?
Okay, well, I think the first time I ever got introduced to RT was actually Achievement Hunter instead of RT. I think that's a lot of people's first introductions if they didn't know Red versus Blue existed, which I was that type of person.
Mm-hmm.
I was in sophomore history class in high school, and my friend, one of my oldest friends, came up to me and he was like, "Oh, have you seen this Rage Quit guy?" And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Oh, I like rage quitting. It's cool." So he showed me Impossible Game. And, I mean, I was like, this New Jersey asshole is the love of my life.
He's absolutely wonderful.
I was like, I want to be watching him all the time. So I started watching just him. And then sometimes I would see videos on just the Achievement Hunter channel. I was looking through it and I was like, who's this British guy? I was like, oh, Gavin. I like Gavin more. So then I would try to watch their Minecraft Let's Plays because I was like, oh, you know, there's this Jack guy and Jeff and Ryan. And then I got into that whole group of like people who thought that Jack and Ryan sounded the same, and I couldn't tell them apart for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true, they did sound a lot. They sounded very similar then. And then I guess I found out Gavin was on the RT podcast, and I was like, oh well, this is a whole nother channel that I didn't even know existed. So I started watching them, and then I just fell into the wormhole.
Yeah, that's
it's
usually
an
how it
endless
goes.
wormhole.
You fall into just it's a black hole of awesomeness.
It is
in
awesomeness
general.
for sure. And that was about 2012. So I went back. I spent an entire summer listening to all the podcasts, like all the audio podcasts. I would go back and download them from the website, and then all the video podcasts on YouTube. And I watched them on YouTube for the longest time, but I think within the last year or so, I started watching on just their site because it was a lot better. There weren't any ads once I became a first member. And that was one of the major drawbacks that I hated watching on YouTube. So I became a first member and I got all their content right away. And more content than I thought there was possible. So that was just even better. And then I could support them in a way that was better than watching them on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
So I watch RT, I watch Achievement Hunter, I watch Funhouse. I'm starting to get into Game Attack. And I didn't watch them when they were Screw Attack, but I like Craig, and I like Sam, and I like Bolin, Sean. He's hilarious. So I like watching Game Attack stuff. How I got into the RT Austin community, I lived in Florida before I moved here. I moved to Houston so that's where I'm from. I live in Houston right now. I moved here from Florida in November of last year. And I slowly wanted to make my way out to Austin because I've been watching the RT podcast and them talk about Austin for the longest time. So I was like, this is a cool place for people my age. I just want to go there and just live there and be immersed in that community. And then I was in Houston and I got the notifications for on their Twitter when they were like, oh, are you in town in Austin for 11 Little Roosters? Come by. So I stopped by on the last day of shooting. I drove, because I think call time was like 6 a.m. or something. I left from Houston at 3 a.m.
Wow.
And I drove all the way to Austin. And I came to the 11 Little Roosters, and I think I met Tim. And maybe I met Jordan. I don't remember if I met Jordan. But I think I met Tim, and I met Joseph. And I was like, they were like, oh, are you part of the RT Austin group? I was like, no, there's a group.
I didn't know
I was like,
this.
I've been trying to meet people in the community for the longest time. The RT Florida group is fucking awesome.
Really?
But I didn't get into them until way later, and I was already gone from them.
Yeah, so by that point, it's all like, well,
yeah,
shit.
they're a very tight-knit group, and they're awesome, so shout out to them. I don't know any of them. I never met them, but yeah, and since I joined this group, I mean, you guys are awesome.
I know, right?
It's
Yeah,
such a,
it really is awesome.
I can see her ego slowly getting bigger. But no, you guys are just really, really cool people. So
We're a lot of fun.
you're my kind of people.
We try to organize a lot of stuff. So, in case anybody who is watching this at all and is not aware that we are part of the RT Austin community, and
Jenny is the guard dog.
she is the guard dog.
There's people out
Jenny,
there.
what's wrong? There are no bad people out
Yeah,
there.
there's people talking in the
Yeah, there's
hallway.
just people
But
talking.
no bad people.
That's okay.
It's cool.
Greg made the awful face.
So we are, since we're part of RT Austin, we do meetups once a week. We meet up at Torchy's, and
We literally take it over.
Yeah, we call it Torchy's Takeover. So
It's very accurate.
Yeah. Especially since like we just have so many people come by.
yeah, and
It's incredible how many people actually show up to that. I was kind of amazed, like, man, we just take up half the patio or whatever.
yeah,
Everyone looks at us like, who the fuck are all these people? Who
like,
are
what's
these
going on?
weird ass people that are all together over there?
yeah, and it's wonderful because some of the RT staffers actually will come by every once in a while.
Yeah,
some people from animation will
I was
will stop
so
by.
pissed off when I saw that you guys met Miles, and I
Yeah.
wasn't there. I was like, you fucking assholes. I was like, I wanted to meet Miles so bad.
So I got to meet Miles Luna last week. I was very happy.
I'm very
That was
mad.
awesome. I was a very, very happy Susan. I almost literally ran into him coming out and like going to the restroom. I was like, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Holy shit.
You're you. Oh god.
It's like, oh, hello.
I'm
so,
going in. You're coming out. Can we get a picture real quick?
yeah. Well, I didn't have my phone on me at the time, so I was like,
Oh,
oh,
God.
crap.
Just be around when I get back out.
Yeah. So, what about you, Henry?
Oh, me. I actually have a really interesting story because I didn't actually get into Rooster Teeth until Ruby was about to come out.
Oh wow, so you're pretty late to the game.
Yeah.
So what happened was I was in high school and I was socially awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting way to start off the story, but okay.
No, it's. I mean,
Yeah.
I get you.
And in any event, because I was so awkward, my parents decided that I needed to have more social interaction with people who were also equally awkward.
Fair enough.
And so they found, I guess, a psychotherapist who ran like this kind of group where you would like meet up at Zilker, and then we would play like a sport, like football or basketball, and I was never any good.
Like a team building sport.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was just meant to, kind of help socialize and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And one of the people who was there was talking, and he said, well, I'm kind of interested in this thing that's happening over at this thing called Rooster Teeth called Ruby. And at first, I didn't really pay much attention to it, but he showed me the red trailer, and then later, like a few days, weeks, months, something like that later, I decided to look into it for myself for some reason because I was bored. And I looked at the trailers and I found out exactly when each like trailer would come out, like the red trailer, the white trailer, the black trailer, yellow trailer. And I watched them all. And when I saw like Yang, for example, especially, I was like, oh man, this is awesome.
Yes.
This is awesome,
Yeah.
And so, from there, I kind of started watching, like, some Ruby stuff on YouTube, but then, slowly but surely, I started learning about Rooster Teeth itself.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the official Rooster Teeth website somewhere down the line, and I started supporting them a little bit. I don't support them as much as I used to because of financial issues.
Yeah.
But in any event, that is how I kind of start out with Rooster Teeth. And one other little fact before I kind of get into the community, one of the things that I enjoyed most was getting into the Rooster Teeth animated adventures.
Oh, I love those.
Oh, yes.
Awesome.
I
I
absolutely
binge watched
My
those like
favorite
crazy.
ones, Susan, this will not surprise you. My favorite ones were all the Punkelmans.
Yes.
Oh,
All
yes.
the Punkelman RTAs.
Just anything having to do with
Yes.
Barbara
Is
and her
eating
puns.
eagle? That's my
Eagle.
favorite one.
Yes. And so I really loved Barbara because it wasn't just about her puns, though. It was the way that people reacted to her puns. And, like, she's not, like, a bad person, but she's kind of like an agent of chaos. That's how I imagine her. She's just like an agent of chaos who just brings...
She sees shit and she just kind of fucks with it.
Yeah.
She brings tomfuckery into people's lives.
It's
Yes,
awesome.
it's glorious.
And so, yeah. And so, moving on, though, to how I got into this community, actually, and this might be a story that you're familiar with, Susan. I go to ACC, Austin Community College, right now, and right now, I only go to 2 of their campuses. I've been to other campuses, but this semester I'm only going to 2. One is the Rio Grande campus, and the other is the Pinnacle campus, which is near my house. It's kind of on the corner of 1826 and 290-ish. It's way down south. But in any event, I was at the Rio Grande campus when my Japanese class, which was in the morning at 10:30, was canceled. And I knew that I would have another class, like kind of in the afternoon, like at around 12 or 1 or something like that. And so instead of going home, I decided to stay at the campus and just, surf around on my laptop, maybe do some homework, get some pictures uploaded because I'm in a photography class and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And in any event, Tanya saw me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I remember this. I remember this now.
Yeah,
Tanya was
Tanya-
like, I see someone in a Ruby shirt, should I go say hi? And I was like,
It was a sticker on the laptop.
Stickers
oh,
on
sticker.
my laptop.
Yeah,
on
Ruby
the laptop.
stickers. She's like, should I go say hi? And I was like, Tanya, go make friends.
Do it!
Yes.
Get him in the community. Get him
I
out.
actually, when
Join us.
when Tanya kind of introduced me to Discord and stuff, the first day I actually went back and looked at like past comments from that same day, and I saw what she had commented, and I was like, man. They really were like trying to convince her this kind of person.
You gotta get your money, We gotta get your money. You
Yeah,
gotta
the
pay your
referral.
dues.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She gets a referral bonus for
Yeah.
it. It's cool.
Join us.
I'm nearly broke because of all the dues and stuff.
Be
So
there
that's
or
why I
be
can't
square.
support RT as much. But yeah.
No, we're free. We swear, we're free.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you're in Austin and you want to hang out with us, you're more than welcome to hang out with us at any point in time. We're pretty cool.
We're a cool crowd.
We're relatively cool.
Just
I
come
mean,
up with a
sort of.
Rooster Teeth related shirt and we'll just be like, hey, you're here.
Yeah.
Awesome. Welcome.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Well,
So let's
That's cool.
see. We've a few things we can talk about this evening. Actually, what I want to start out with, since we are already in the Rooster Teeth vein, start off with a section or a segment I like to call comment section, which actually Greg came up with.
hey.
Greg came up with that
Good stuff.
title.
Finger guns for Tanya.
And I mean, this is sort of the part of the show when we talk about RT content that's coming out and stuff that's already come out and what's coming up and theories and everything like that. So the one that I'm excited to watch the whole thing is 50 Turn Mario Party.
It took me over the course of like one night. I got to the last hour and a half of the video, and then I could not watch anymore. Because it kind of got into a lull, and I was like, God, they're so boring. So I turned it off, woke back up, was rejuvenated, watched the rest of it. It is worth it.
It is so hilarious.
It's awesome.
I
It's like, you could see, this is, it even though they were at work, it did feel like this is what they do at home.
It's that's the great thing about watching stuff like, Let's Plays and Let's Watches and stuff like that is you can tell that they enjoy what they do and that they enjoy the people that they hang out with.
Yeah,
like the people that they
do
work
feel
with.
like that they are family. In
Yeah.
a way. Like,
And that's just wonderful.
I want to bring incorporating that. Like when I watched the Let's Play Live documentary, when they did the first Let's Play Live, and Jack and Jeff Jeff was trying to joke around, and Jack was so stressed out, and then they had like a peaceful moment off to the side where they're like, "You're my best friend," and like, Jeff was like, "I'm sorry, I'm being a dick," and they were crying and they were hugging.
Yes,
and I
it
was
was
like, "Oh
so
my God,"
like
because they've been working together the longest.
Yeah.
So it was really cool to see that and be like, wow, these people are just like, because to me, like, I've watched them for so long, I idolize them. And to
Yeah.
me, they're like my personal celebrities.
Yeah.
So to see them be so like humble and
Yeah.
down to earth with each other was
It
so
humanizes
rejuvenating. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was really awesome.
it really humanizes them.
So wait, what? One thing, I've watched like Rooster Teeth Let's Plays before, and like all that related stuff. Did you say it was Mario or was it Minecraft that you just said?
The 50-turn Mario Party.
Okay, Mario Party.
Yeah,
was
they have the ongoing, like,
I
long
think-
ongoing Minecraft.
I think I've actually seen. I don't know when it was, but I believe I've only watched one video where they were doing Mario Party, and it was like the end. I think they did like a several video thing, or I don't.
Maybe that's Game Attack. Game Attack does a lot of they do every Saturday they do a Mario Party. They've started with Mario Party 1 and they go every Mario Party. They kind of
okay.
have like a fantasy football
Yeah.
type bracket that they've been doing.
Yeah.
But the 50-turn Mario Party was good. It was an Extra Life stretch goal that they made, that they were like, oh, if we get a certain amount of donations within the hour, we'll do
Yeah.
a 50-turn Mario Party.
And I don't mean to be like unknowledgeable or anything.
No, it's fine.
But most of my experience with Rooster Teeth has mainly been through like their storytelling and fiction. So I hope you guys are like judging me for not knowing
Oh, we are so
no,
judging.
yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. we're
for
not
not
gonna
knowing
judge
about
you.
like the Let's Plays and the. I think I've heard. Extra Life does sound familiar though. Like I've heard of it, but I've never watched a lot of stuff.
It's they do a 24-hour live stream during the
Alright.
time change when it goes back an hour in November.
Oh,
So
okay.
that it's technically 25 hours. But this year they had two. They did a community Extra Life stream where they picked every group, like community group from a few different states.
Yeah, they did. They each the featured community groups would stream for an hour each. It was whatever they wanted to do. I'm wanting to say, I think it was RT Vermont. Was it RT Vermont that like they dressed up as like. They put on costumes and I think they chugged maple syrup or something.
Oh man, they really
I'm wanting
went
to
for
say
it.
I can't completely remember. I'd have to go back and look like in the subreddit and stuff. But
Yeah.
RT Austin actually was a featured community stream from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. So
And I
we
think
were
RT
like in that
Florida did
prime.
one too. RT Florida was
think
there for
so,
a while.
yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds
I wish
really
I could have
neat.
been there for that.
Yeah, I wish I could get more into like their live streaming and stuff. But between like school and other things and like just general stuff that I want to do, I just never had the time to kind of like do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Real
too
quick,
much
before
time.
we get too far away from it, does anybody know what Extra Life charity does?
Yes.
Yes.
Since Extra Life is basically a charity that supports children's hospitals. Usually they support here in Austin they'll support Dell Children's Hospital. When I've raised money for Extra Life, I raised money for Driscoll Children's Hospital because that's where I went when I was little. That's where my pediatric endocrinologist was. I'm diabetic, so and it's basically people do some kind of gaming for
It's like games for
lasts
kids.
like 24 hours essentially, but you game as long as you can. You can do tabletop, you can do whatever kind of stuff you want to do, and you raise money through their website and everything, and it's an absolutely wonderful charity. And I don't remember his name, and I feel really awful for not being able to remember, but when I went to the RT Charity and You panel at RTX last year, I met a gentleman with Extra Life because he was on the panel with Jack and Katie, and he was absolutely wonderful. He was super, super cool. So, and I'm trying to organize a Geeks Who Drink quiz for a cause for
That would be awesome.
for Extra Life. I'm trying to organize that since I'm a quiz master. So.
Real quick, because I don't mean to interject, but I've had some experience kind of with that, to where what they do a lot of the time is they donate gaming consoles to hospitals.
Yes, yeah.
And I have a liver disease from birth, so I was in the hospital a lot as a child.
Yeah.
And I can tell you what, I always loved donating to charities like that, with like Make-A-Wish Foundation and Extra Life, where they donate to not necessarily cure something, but to improve people's life.
Yeah.
Just their
no
quality
matter
of
what,
life.
because I feel like, personally, I feel like that does more.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And so I know growing up in a hospital, that made a lot of tough times a lot easier. Where
Yeah.
when my family visited, we could sit down and we could play Mario Kart, or I could sit down and play Paper Mario when I was bored and my parents had to be at work while I was in the hospital.
Yeah, it takes your mind off of
It
things.
takes your mind off things, and it's honestly, I think, one of the best things you can do for a pediatric wing.
Yeah,
So,
it really is. Yeah.
I love Extra Life.
What was it like an MRI machine that they raised the money for, that RT raised the money for this year for Extra Life for adult children's?
Yeah.
It was
think it
some
was.
big piece of
It was
equipment,
a
I
really
remember.
big, expensive piece of
Yeah,
equipment.
real big, real expensive
RT
piece
has
of equipment.
RT has really kind of changed. I feel like changed all the other Extra Life streams and the way they do their stretch goals.
Yeah.
Like doing just crazy stupid shit that
Yeah.
really does raise money because people want to see them do it and want to donate. Like I think Ray Narvaez and is it Smash? Or is it who's the other guy that donated like $8,000? Like say he donated like $16,000.
Oh shit, fuck, what was the fucking the Twitch guy?
Yeah, the Twitch guy. What's
Fuck.
his name?
Oh god, what is his name? The Twitch guy.
The Twitch guy that
donated
like
a shit ton of money for
16
Extra Life this
I
year.
think he did 8,000 one part time, and then he did another 8,000.
Ooh.
I don't know his name. I don't know his name. I forget.
James just let me know the stream is offline. Oh, James just said the stream is offline.
I remember.
Yeah, it was our internet, but it
Okay.
should be back about now.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Notch.
Notch, there we go.
Okay, I
Thank
was
you.
like,
Sorry.
I know
I'm
it.
sorry.
No, it's okay.
You guys-
It was bothering me that I didn't know either.
I'm
You
I'm
guys
also
are
apologizing for
convincing
yelling
me
into the mic.
That
Oh.
I need to get more involved with like Rooster Teeth and stuff because this whole Extra Life thing. I know that there's like a lot of charities around there based around like gaming. I know, for example, like PewDiePie. I think he's done similar things.
Yeah.
Probably hasn't been directly involved with Rooster Teeth, but like this whole idea of like Extra Life and like how Rooster Teeth has been involved. You're convincing me that I need to look into more stuff.
It's really awesome to see them give back, like, and have the community, instead of giving money to them, give money to something that means like a lot more, I guess. It's awesome, and I definitely hope that I can, because I haven't been able to donate because I'm broke as fuck, but I definitely think by next year, like by the next Extra Life, I'll be able to donate something at least.
I did a stupid thing for Extra Life this year. Have I told you this
Susan
story?
did something stupid.
Susan did something very stupid for Extra Life. So the day of the community stream, I put out a tweet at like 9 o'clock in the morning that said, for every retweet this gets, I'll donate $1 to Extra Life.
Oh,
Oh.
you should be in your bank account for that.
How
Jack and Katie both got a hold of it
Oh,
and
no.
retweeted it.
Damn, that's
It got 601 retweets. I had to cap it at 11 a.m. I had to say, I've got to end this at 11 a.m.
Yeah,
because I honestly cannot. I
don't
cannot afford this.
Wow.
But luckily, some of the fellow community members were able to help out towards that, because I did 451 and then they made up the rest.
Made the rest.
They
That's
made the rest,
awesome, though.
which is awesome. I adore our community members. So
Yes.
I'm wanting to say it was Abby. I'm pretty sure it was Abby that did that, actually. I'm pretty sure.
Cool.
Yeah, Abby's pretty wonderful. So, yeah. But
I think the first person I met outside of Tim was Abby.
yeah.
Because I don't know what I came for. Maybe it was a Torchy's takeover. Yeah, I think it was
there was main event.
That's what it was. I
Yeah.
think that was the first time that I had met everyone. But I met Abby. We went to Torchy's with Phoenix, and I met both him and Phoenix, and that was cool. And then we went to main event, and then I met everyone else, and I was like, holy shit, a lot more people showed up than I thought would show up. But yeah, it's been cool just getting to know everybody, and I really want to move out to Austin as soon as possible. Like, I'm looking to move in June because I really like it here. Every time I come here, I have a good time.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's a really great place. I've been up here just over 2 years, and I absolutely love it here. I'm from Texas, though. Like, I'm from Corpus.
Yeah,
so,
I've never.
you know.
This is the far, like, San Antonio is the farthest west I've been ever. Mm-hmm. Like I've never, and the farthest north I've been is North Carolina. Like I don't travel anywhere.
Like I don't get out a lot.
Yeah, I was born there, so it was like, you know, that's where I cap it. Like that's as far north as I've been as I remember. But
Yeah. I was actually born in St. Paul, Minnesota.
is that what they sound like there?
Apparently they have like this accent that is, I think it sounds very similar to like a
Minnesota.
French Canadian kind of accent.
Yeah.
But like,
Are they really
it's
that close to Canada though? I don't know.
I'm bad at
like
geography.
apparently,
I'm not good at
because
geography.
like I kind of have a good idea of where Minnesota is, and I want to say that it borders Canada, but if it doesn't, I'm gonna sound like an idiot.
Yeah, we'll just say we don't know. Leave it at that.
But like, I'm pretty sure it's pretty darn close to like the Canadian border.
If there's anybody in our chat room who can give us the geography of Minnesota.
Show us a map, Greg. We don't know geography.
I didn't graduate from high school.
No, but I recommend. I definitely recommend like Achievement Hunter, or if you want to go Achievement Hunter. They're good. They're okay at video games. But
I've done Achievement Hunter before, but it's just been a while.
Yeah, Funhouse is good if you want
Yeah.
a lot of laughs. They make a lot of references to movies and TV shows.
Yeah, Funhouse is always really funny.
They're
the
hilarious
one thing
people.
the one thing that was fun that I haven't been able to watch it in like so long. It's been like years since I've actually watched one. Was the Versus. I don't even know if they do that anymore.
They still do it, but I haven't watched it in the longest time either. I used to watch it when Ray was around. Okay, so
There
it
we
is
go.
right
Yeah,
along
so it
the
is
border.
right on
Yeah,
the
it
border.
is
Okay, wonderful.
right off the border
Makes
of Canada.
sense. Thank you,
So-
Greg. We're not good at geography.
We're very,
Yeah,
very
so
bad.
that way, like, I think, because there's, I don't know what it is about, like, St. Paul, Minnesota, or actually Minnesota in general, but they have, like, this accent that people just recognize, and I don't know if it's anywhere similar to the Canadian accent, but I almost want to say that it is.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty close. So I
Yeah,
think
so
it
that
would,
makes sense.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's why I
makes
like Barbara
pretty
so
well.
much. Because,
Yeah.
like,
I mean, I like Barbara because she's gorgeous.
I think she's wonderful, and she's
Yeah,
just
she's
such a genuinely nice person.
So sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Like she is a really nice person. We went to on the spot today, and I met her after, and we stood around and talked for about 10-15 minutes, and it was just I told her, I was like, you know, I love Always Open. I used to watch it on the podcast, and like I still watch it on the podcast, but I love you, and I just think like you've helped me open up a lot more, because I used to be really. I mean, I don't want to say angsty, but I was just really, like, I had anger issues.
Yeah.
And I still have flare-ups now and then, but I've got it under control now, and watching their content has really helped. Like, when I was sad or depressed, I would just pull up a Rooster Teeth video or an Achievement Hunter video and just laugh.
Yeah, it helps you process stuff.
For sure.
Yeah.
But they're just awesome people. And they're so humble.
They really are.
It really brings you down to earth when it's like you idolize them for so long, and you think, like, oh, they're like every other celebrity you're going to meet. And then you come here and you meet them and they thank you for being, you know, for supporting their content and watching their stuff. It's like,
that's
what?
That's one thing that I've kind of noticed, and it's kind of strange in some way. Because, like, when I started watching, like, Ruby and getting all this other stuff, I thought, you know, these people are acting and stuff, and they might not, like, be exactly the same at least.
Yeah.
In real life as they are when they're being like recorded.
Yeah, like they have a internet persona that they kind of put forward.
But then like you meet them and you realize, oh, they are kind of like the same.
Yeah.
But with that whole thing, with their outgoingness, I think as they've grown older as a company, they've realized that they've had to be careful, because by being too outgoing, you run the risk of having people just come up to you randomly.
Yeah, and be too friendly.
Yes.
And it's like you should have a little bit more.
Yeah, like
maybe not. I guess respect and like their personal space.
Yeah, they need some personal space. They need to. I think that they need to garner this whole idea that yes, we're a friendly group of people who love making this content, but we have to have some degree of separation. We're not Hollywood stars, but
like I think to that point, Gavin is probably the most of wanting to keep his personal life very separate from
Yeah.
like the newest episode of Relationship Goals.
Yeah, that's what surprised me about Gavin and Meg being on Relationship
Yeah,
Goals. It
I was
really
like-
surprised me because typically Gavin's he's very very Gavin, so he's very he's very
he
private.
separates his
Yeah.
personal life. That
From
was the
his
first
work,
time I'd ever
yeah.
really, because I like Meg. I just never understood their relationship
Yeah.
because they did seem to be very much individuals, and I was like, I don't understand how they come to, like, they don't see each other a lot, and I guess that watching
it
that
work,
episode, they
yeah.
make it work.
They make it work, and it's great.
And I think
yeah.
Meg said something that really stuck with me is that they can only do that for so long.
Yeah.
So they want to get it out now, get their career going, get their name out there,
Mm-hmm.
especially with Meg and her photos. Like, she does get her name out there pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good that they have that separation, and then they were long distance at first. Like, it definitely helped me understand their relationship better. Not that I'm
Definitely,
have any say
Well,
in
but
the
I mean,
relationship.
yeah,
I
it's
just
it's like we said about the other stuff. Like, it humanizes them, and it definitely it helps you not view them as somebody who's so far up there and unattainable. It's and I think that's what everybody needs to remember. Not just about RT people, but with celebrities in general. Is
Celebrities, yeah.
they're just fucking people.
And, like, there's a very big difference between TV celebs and movie celebs and internet celebs.
Yeah.
Because, like, the separation in that, I think, being on such a global scale
Mm-hmm.
of everyone documenting everywhere that you go. Like, people here in Austin, like, the Rooster Teeth group here in Austin, like, we keep it between us if we see them out in the wild. We
Yeah.
don't really, like, blast it on Twitter, but can you imagine, like just any known celeb that goes to the airport and
Yeah.
everyone
They get
knows
mobbed.
exactly where they are and exactly what they're wearing,
Mm-hmm.
and I hate that, and there is
Yeah.
that horrible realization that being famous is not all it's cut out to be. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, there definitely is this problem because I think, like, this even happened to me when I was getting into Rooster Teeth more and more, viewing RTAA and viewing, like, Versus and stuff like that, and getting into or trying at least to get into things that were not Ruby. Is that I think to a certain extent I tried to elevate them to the status of, like, a god.
yeah.
And that's how people treat some of these celebrities. They treat them like God and worship the ground that they walk on, regardless if they're, like, TV, movie, or internet celebs.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a problem.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
and
you're
you
big
can't do that
problem.
because they're just people.
Yeah.
They're normal people. In fact, I remember this story that my dad told me. Quentin Tarantino, the guy who wrote Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Director.
My dad had a friend who was a really big Quentin Tarantino fan. And one time he and this friend, I don't even know what state they were in, but he and his friend were sitting down probably somewhere in California, and they were trying to eat. And his friend looks over at him because, like, right across the aisle from them in this restaurant was Quentin Tarantino. And he was talking and trying to eat dinner, and his friend was like, "Hey, Joe, do you know who that is?" And he's like, "No." It's like, "It's Quentin Tarantino, the guy who wrote, Pulp Fiction or whatever." And he's like, "Okay, well, what are you going to do? Like, make out with him or something like that?"
yeah.
And it's like all these people, though, were coming up to Quentin Tarantino while he was trying to eat.
Yeah, that's
And
so
it's
Yeah.
just like, you can't do that. He's just a dude trying to eat. Like, leave the poor guy alone for
Yeah.
crying out loud.
my dad had a similar experience. We lived in Orlando. I grew up in Orlando. We lived in Winter Park.
Sorry.
Yeah. So there's Doc Rivers, who's the owner of the, I don't know, basketball. I was about to say football. Is it the Lakers? Does he own the Lakers? Doc Rivers. Oh no, it's the Doc Rivers owns. He's like the coach. He doesn't. I don't know if he's the coach or the owner. I'm horrible at basketball.
Let's see.
Let's see. Susan's looking at
Because as Avi pointed out, Susan, you have a laptop.
Yeah. Look this shit
Sorry.
up.
Current head coach and president of basketball operations for NBA's Los Angeles Clippers.
Okay, the Clippers. So he owns.
He was with the Magic though.
Well,
Orlando Magic.
yeah, he was for a while. I think when he was, Yeah, when he
He was at the Celtics.
the Celtics. I guess now he's anyway. My dad, he owns Doc Rivers. Not my dad. Doc Rivers owns a lake house in Winter Park, which is literally like 15 minutes from where I grew up. And my dad was out with his girlfriend at the time, and they were at this really fancy like Winter Park. It's a really snooty like shopping area with good restaurants. So they were leaving the restaurant or no, they were going into the restaurant, and Doc Rivers was sitting at a table with like, it looked like family.
Yeah.
And my dad saw him, and he was like, oh my God, that's Doc Rivers. But let's not bother him. He's eating dinner.
Yeah.
And there were people going up to him and bothering him at dinner. And my dad was like, if we run into him when we leave, then it's meant to be. But I'm not going to bother him while he's eating. And he got a picture with Doc Rivers afterwards.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. My
Yeah.
dad was like, I met Doc Rivers. This is
This
awesome.
is awesome. This is
But
great.
Yeah, that's the way you do it.
Yeah, that's the way you do it. It's like, if you just happen upon them when they're not doing something important, if they're just walking down, be nice about it and be like, hey, do you mind if I get a picture? Not
Yeah.
like force a
Yeah,
camera
don't be a
into their
dick.
face. Don't be a dick.
Yeah, that's just sort of a good rule of thumb. It's just
You know
don't
what
be
that
a
kind of
dick.
reminds me of, though? It reminds me of the time that somebody followed Gus into the restroom.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
dear.
See,
Yeah.
that kind of shit, why?
That doesn't fly.
Why? Like, why would...
And
The man
Gus
is going in
handled
there
it
to
very
do
well.
his business. You don't ask for an autograph or a
Yeah,
picture when you're
not-
in the fucking bathroom.
No.
Come on.
Gus handled it very
Use your
well.
common sense. That's all I'm saying.
Gus was like, well, if you had bothered me when I was exiting the restroom, you would have gotten me a signature with clean hands.
Yeah,
But since
now-
you came into the restroom, you get a signature with dirty hands.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. So speaking of stuff that has humanized people, today actually, if you're a first member, you have the ability to watch the newest RT doc, The Tattooist.
I am waiting for when I get home.
Which it's about Jeff and Griffin and their Jeff's stories about his tattoos and
I am so excited.
Griffin
I'm so
and
fucking excited.
them wanting to learn, like they learn how to tattoo each
I
other and
saw-
stuff. I don't want to give too many like spoilers and stuff, but it's
I haven't watched it yet.
it's a
but I'm
very
super fucking
very
excited.
good look into Jeff, because I sort of feel like Jeff, I wouldn't say he's standoffish, because he's not. He is an insanely nice guy.
Yeah.
He is an incredibly nice dude. I was really excited because I got to meet him at the Mute Math show at Emo's.
I'm so jealous. If I meet Jeff, I will die.
He is
Jeff
absolutely wonderful.
Jeff is everything to me.
Yeah.
Like,
And I got to meet
I've been
Griffin,
watching-
too.
Griffin too. Oh my God.
Yeah.
If I met
Griffin
Jeff
is
and
Speaking
Griffin,
of humanizing people,
yeah, no, I swear to God, I would lose my shit if I met Jeff or Griffin. Or both.
But yeah, and it was it's really really wonderful. So if you haven't had a chance to watch it, I watched it at work.
Your
I can multitask. I can
what your
multitask.
work
I've got my
doesn't
phone.
know doesn't hurt them.
Yeah, I've got it on my phone. I can multitask.
I'm
but it's
looking
really
forward-
really interesting because
Yeah.
it's very much you get to hear a lot about the stories about Jeff's tattoos. And of course, everybody asks him what's the first tattoo that he got. And it's his black flag tattoo is the first one that he got. And
I'm just glad
it's
that we're
really
having
interesting.
the tattoo discussion, because I feel like for the longest time it was so like the older generations just hated that the newer generation wanted to get tattoos, and they thought it was so like grungy and I don't know, like it just like, so for the longest time people were judged by their tattoos.
Yeah.
And they couldn't get a job if they had a tattoo or anything like that. And
You had your hand up.
my grandparents
Oh, yeah.
still beg me to never get a tattoo.
Oh, really?
Aw.
Oh, all the time. And I'm like,
I'm not allowed to get a tattoo like at all.
how old are you?
I'm 21.
Get a tattoo, dude. Like, get a tattoo. Your
No,
parents will get
no,
over it.
because
Your parents will get over it.
first
They
and-
can't disown you.
No, but
Or they
here's
could,
the
I
thing.
don't know.
Like, I still get some financial support from my family. Like,
Yeah.
not too much where...
Well, I would definitely do it with your own money, but
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. My dad has a rule with me that basically says if I spend money on a tattoo, that's the end of any and all financial support.
fair enough. I mean, if you are dependent on them, and that way, like I'm pretty dependent on my mom right now. I wasn't for the longest time, but like
Oh.
yeah, I do have, it is that rule of thumb, like your parents have some control over you because they're still paying for your stuff. I get that.
Yeah.
But once that's gone, just do it. I have one on my wrist and I got it when I was 17. Yeah. My dad took me to get it.
There might be a loophole with that though, because if someone were, I don't know, very, and I'm not saying anyone here even, I'm not even saying anyone in this community, but if anyone were to be oh so kind and generous and donate money for me to get a tattoo.
Get a GoFundMe page for my tattoo.
I actually tweeted that I was going to, I jokingly tweeted that I was going to set up a GoFundMe for the tattoos that I wanted. And I was like, no, I'm not seriously going to do this. Like, don't worry, I'm not.
That would be a loophole, because technically it wouldn't be my money. It would be a friend's money.
Crowdfunding. It's the best way to fund shit.
Yeah.
My dad might watch this later, and I don't know what he'll say to this.
Dad, he's not getting a tattoo, okay?
He doesn't have any.
He doesn't have any money.
But I'm not gonna.
When he has money,
I'm not gonna set up a GoFundMe, Dad. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna ask strangers for money just so that I can get a tattoo. I'm gonna.
It's like panhandling.
Yeah.
Speaking of people abusing crowdfunding, I knew somebody who crowdfunded their parents' retirement vacation. They wanted their friends to help pay for their parents' vacation. To it's their anniversary or retirement or something, and I want to help pay for them to go on a vacation. Will you help me? And it's like, what? What are you doing at that point?
That's something not to that
personal
degree, but way worse. When the when the lottery got really high, like it was like hundreds of millions of dollars. Someone spent their entire life savings on just lottery tickets. Of course they didn't fucking win, because you're more likely to get struck by lightning than win the lottery. But they crowdfunded and said, like, we need you to help us pay our bills because we spent all our money on lottery tickets. And if the lottery gets back up to where it was again, we'll do the same thing. It's like, why would you fucking want us to pay for some stupid shit you did? Like, why would you? Like, no one wins those. The people that win those things are like the minority.
Yeah,
of the whole thing.
You know, I actually have a little bit of an interesting story behind lottery tickets. When I was in high school, actually, what was it? It was something that my school did. I went to a private school here in Austin called St. Andrews, and it was like, it was like, what was it?
Like a private school, like religious private school?
Yeah, it was religious, but it was very kind of, it wasn't very stringent on religion. Like, there were a few Jewish people who went there.
Okay, so it was kind of open.
Yeah, it like their whole thing was they were Episcopal, I believe.
Okay.
But they had Jewish people. They had like, they had like what do you call like a Jewish priest or whatever?
Rabbis.
They had a few rabbis come into the chapel and talk to us about Jewish holidays.
Oh.
Episcopalians usually tend to be a little slightly more of
But in any event, they had this thing that they would do, like when you were just about to graduate. I think it was called Project Graduation. That was it. For seniors, and it was basically where they would start you off from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. and they would bring you to a whole bunch of like different things to like do. Like they would bring you to like the fancy restaurant, and then they would bring you to laser tag, and then they brought us they drove us to an Alamo that's on Slaughter Lane that's near my house, and that was where we ended it. But while we were on the bus going from place to place, they would hand out lottery tickets to every single person on the bus.
Oh. Is that legal? Oh, because you guys were seniors. Most of you were probably 18 at that
Yeah.
time.
Well, no, you can. I mean, anybody under 18 can't purchase a lottery ticket or technically claim the winnings, but they can still possess one.
Possess one, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
you can't
but
have that one.
I got like the lottery tickets were technically like $99, and the least you could win was $1. So that was something.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Free money. I'll take it. But to just circle back around really quick to the tattoos, because we kind of got far away from it.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I was just going to say, like, it's good that we're having that discussion. I feel like the world is kind of being more open to that, or like, as people get more, as it becomes more pop culture, I guess. Because for the longest time, I just felt like it was... No, stop. I'm going to stop saying it. It just felt like everyone was judged by their tattoos.
Yeah.
And I think I saw... What I was going to bring up was there was a charity... Or it was a tattoo company or a tattoo like store that was opened by a husband and wife. And they started just doing, like, they had a day where they did free tattoos. But it was free cover-up tattoos.
Oh, nice.
So people that hated their tattoos or had really
like old like racist shit.
yes,
yeah.
like racist ones, they would come in and let them fix their past mistakes, kind of thing.
That's super cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. They did
That's
it for
nice.
They did it for a
Yeah.
whole day, so everyone could come in and get like free cover-ups.
That is
and
super cool.
They decided that they were gonna just make their business about that, because they were like, oh, so many people want to change.
Came in, yeah.
You know, so many people came in, wanted to do it, and they wanted to change something that was permanent. Instead of getting rid of it, they wanted to make something beautiful out of it.
Yeah.
So it was really cool, and I think they're doing like a crowdfunding now where they can still run their business for free for their customers, but still run their business without charging their customers. So
super cool.
I thought it was really cool, and I feel like that should happen more often than it does.
Yeah.
For sure. But I mean, I was very, like, I grew up very open-minded in that respect because my father was so, like, I'm a metalhead. Like, my dad I'm, like, love heavy metal. Like, I was listening to it as a child. And
Five Finger Death Punch?
oh, for sure. That's my favorite band. Aside from Metallica, I gotta give Metallica respect. I'm looking to get a Metallica tattoo soon, so.
That's sweet.
There's an entire album by a band called Iron Horse that did bluegrass covers of Metallica songs.
Oh.
So I only know the words to Enter Sandman because of the bluegrass cover of that song.
That hurts my soul.
It is fucking wonderful. I love bluegrass.
I don't know what kind of music that is, honestly. I've
It's
never heard that
it's
before.
Isn't it kind of
Kentucky
country?
bluegrass. It's like a subgenre of country. It's not exactly country, and it's certainly not
Is it
Nashville.
kind of like Mumford and Sons?
They're like bluegrass light.
Okay.
They're nickel banjo. Because you know how people give Nickelback shit nickel banjo.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what they're
I
called.
like Mumford and Sons. It's
Yeah.
good music when you're on the road.
Yeah.
Good driving music.
So these last few minutes, we want to see what sort of questions that we have gotten in our chat room.
Really fun. He's written them down.
What you got for me? Was it the first one?
Okay, first one is from 16 Bits of Awesome, and it's, do you like Laser Team, and are you excited for the sequel?
So I loved Laser Team. That actually, I went and saw one of the premiere screenings that they did the tug screenings for.
Oh, okay.
And
I
I got to go to it at Alma Drafthouse Lake. I feel like I told this a couple of weeks ago. Got to go to the one of the Alma Drafthouse Lake line, and just it was just so funny, and it was just a different medium to see everybody in. And it was I thought it was wonderful, and I'm really excited for 2 because Laser Team 2 either already started filming or starts filming next week.
I think they are filming because
One say it started today.
Yeah, Rich was posting in the Opportunities Discord section of
Extras and stuff.
They were looking
yeah.
for extras for Laser Team 2 for the last week or so. I'm excited for Laser Team 2. I didn't get to go to any of the tug screenings, unfortunately, but I did get to go. I watched it on what's it called? YouTube Red. When it came out on YouTube Red, I did the free trial, and I watched it on YouTube Red, and I watched it twice, one back to back, because I was like, this is so funny. I know that I missed even funnier shit. I'm super excited for Laser Team 2. I will pay to see it in theaters this time.
Yeah.
For sure. I want to see it with the community for sure.
Slight confession, I have actually never seen the first Laser Team.
Get out. Leave.
Oh, God.
You are banned from the podcast.
Somebody needs to, like, I don't know, like is it on the official Rooster Teeth thing?
It's not on the website, but it is available in the store because I bought it from the store.
Yeah, you can buy the DVD, or I think I don't know if it's still on
Somebody
YouTube Red.
needs to, like, bring me to their house and, like,
he's
show me.
He's grabbing his copy. Take it and watch it.
Okay.
It's honestly
Thank
the best
you.
movie ever.
You know what,
Greg, you're the real
Greg,
MVP.
I will take this, and since I told work that I can't work Fridays because I want to hang out with you guys and be social, because otherwise I end up sitting at my house all week long regretting my life choices.
We're cooler anyway.
Yes. But I will watch this, and then next Friday I will return it to you so that I have a good idea of what this is all about. I also, though, have homework, so I'm going to try to do homework and then watch Laser Team and then have fun and talk about it all day long.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that they're doing a sequel can only mean that it's going to be great watching the first one.
Oh,
So,
yeah. It doesn't disappoint. Watch it twice.
Does
I
Michael
recommend
swears? Can I ask that?
it. It wouldn't be Michael Jones if he didn't swear.
Yeah,
So, yes.
exactly.
It would not be Michael if it didn't swear. So yes. Any more questions?
Okay, so number 2, referencing your the tattoos dilemma, is this is directed towards Henry from Jordan Pike. How would your dad know if you got a tattoo? Does your dad perform weekly body checks on you?
It's a good question.
All right. First off, you have to realize that
That's a yes.
Oh dear.
Yes,
Well,
Jordan.
no,
I feel like we've just
my
gotten
dad
into a
doesn't
very
do-
serious-
My dad doesn't do like weird body checks, but I usually only feel comfortable having like a
bare
certain
minimum.
amount of money in my wallet,
Oh,
like
okay.
a certain amount of cash.
I thought he was.
That
picking
wouldn't be
clothes.
enough for a tattoo. And plus, my dad has he can like put money into my account. He cannot take money, or he says he wouldn't ever take money out of my account.
I have that
But-
same setup with my mother. So.
But
She
he
sees all
can
your-
see what
Yeah.
I've spent money on. And
Just
so
Just withdraw the money, and he can be like,
But,
"What's that
like-
for?" He doesn't need to know. Get it somewhere he's never gonna see it.
I wouldn't.
Do you have $100? You don't have to answer that, but if you have $100, you can
Yes,
get a
I
cheap
have at
tattoo.
least I have at least $100.
You can
more
get-
than that. I don't
Maybe-
have that much money on me right
What's
now.
the address? Tell him now. No,
But like, yeah, I only have like a debit card right now. I've never had a credit card, so
just get it where they can't see it.
yeah. But like, my dad will probably watch this at some point because I'll want him to watch it, and he's like, "You're not getting a tattoo."
Okay, so he'll watch it because you want him to watch it. Just don't tell him about it. He won't watch it.
But
jinx.
I think it would be
don't-
funny to
Don't
have him
out
watch
yourself to that. No, if you want to show him, Dad, he's not going to get a tattoo. I tried to convince him, but you've
Didn't
got him
work.
scared shitless. So
Give
My
the-
dad is like the family drill sergeant in my family. So
I totally understand. My dad was a Marine, so I basically went through boot camp growing up.
I will
feel
say
that.
that my dad is not as cruel as a drill sergeant because
They're just very loud.
I've met-
They just yell a lot.
I know a general.
They're all bark and no bite.
I know a general. I know a general in the Texas Army Reserves, and he's going to be placed in charge of Camp Mabry.
Oh, cool.
Yes, and I believe that is correct. Anyways, that's what I've been told by my parents, and I hope that that's right. But
Parents know all.
he doesn't like drill sergeants. This general that I know.
No one does. I feel like no one likes them.
But like
Isn't that the
he's
point?
way
Yeah,
over.
it's the point. They
he's
don't want
way,
you to like
He's
them.
way over the
They
rank
just want
of
you to
general.
respect them.
He's way over the rank of sergeant or whatever. And even he exudes like this energy where you do not want to mess with him because
feel-
he could just screw you up so badly.
Fuck your shit up.
Yeah, but my dad is not that bad. But like, there are a few things that will cross the line with my dad. That's one thing.
Yeah.
And like, I'm gonna say this just in case my dad is watching. Dad, you're not a bad person.
Jesus.
You are not a bad person.
Moving on. Let's
Yeah,
move on.
we don't
Let's
wanna
move
get
He puts
on.
any more faces to the bad influences he's been teaching you about all his life.
Let's move on.
All right. One last one to Henry from 16 Bits
God.
Awesome again.
Oh god.
What tattoo would you get if you could get a tattoo?
Something Pokemon related.
Oh god.
Okay.
Just the
which one?
Pokeball? Would you just leave it to that, like general?
No, it would have to be. It would have to actually be a Pokemon creature. It couldn't be just like a Pokeball.
Do you have a favorite?
Okay, they're not creatures, they're monsters.
Yeah.
Monsters.
Or Pokemon.
They're pocket monsters.
My
Yeah.
Pokemon
True.
senses
To start
are
off
going
with.
off.
To start off with.
Oh, so you get more than one. You get more than one monster.
If I were going to start off getting a tattoo, just one tattoo, just to start off, just to see how I like it.
They're forever, just so you know.
Yeah.
Oh
They're forever. They're not like
test
they're
run.
not shoes, okay?
no!
They're not shoes. You can't take them off, man.
No, I just thought of the perfect tattoo.
Okay, go.
Shiny Charizard.
Oh god. Okay, I can see it.
All right.
Would it
Greg,
be super
Greg,
realistic, or would
Greg.
it be like the cartoon?
It would be like the cartoon, but Greg,
Okay.
can you do us a favor on your laptop? Just go like Google Images or whatever and look up Shiny Charizard. Just do it.
I have a laptop.
Yeah,
on
she
my
has a
lap.
laptop
Or-
right here. I like your
But
class.
I want all of you to. I don't care whose laptop we do it on, but like.
Shiny Charizard. Everyone else in the chat that's watching this better look it up, or we're gonna be disappointed.
And so I think it's like the third.
Okay.
Okay.
He's
No,
got
that's
two
Shiny
screens.
Charizard Y. Go to.
I don't know anything about Pokemon.
But
so-
what I mean,
Second
what do
one.
I
Second one on
specifically-
yours,
That
Susan.
one?
Yeah.
Second one? Okay.
Okay.
That would be the thing I would get.
Okay.
And I might. I don't know if I can do it on my arm. I guess I could try it on my chest, but I'd have to like shave or something.
You don't have to. You'd only have to shave for the tattoo. But when it grows back, it's gonna suck because it's gonna grow back as it's healing.
Laser hair removal. That's the way to go then.
Yeah, but then you'd have to do your whole chest because then you just have like a patch. That'd be weird.
Yeah, then I'll do my
Unless
whole.
you had Charizard burning your hair.
That'd be cool.
And then,
That's
like,
the way to do
yeah,
it.
and then like have
That's the way to do it.
Have the flame, and then like tattoos of singed hair, and then into the like nothing.
Into
That
nothing.
would be
That'd be pretty
hilarious.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, I like tattoos. I say, think about what you want to get, and if it means something to you, it doesn't matter what anybody else says.
The thing about the shiny Charizard that I like is the fact that instead of orange, he's black, and it's always like this kind of darkness,
Okay.
mysteriousness.
I like
That's
it.
the same reason why I like.
Are you dark and mysterious?
I like dark and mysterious things. But anyways, that's the same reason I like shiny Mimikyu. If you actually look at a shiny Mimikyu, and you don't have to do this, Greg, and neither do you, Susan, unless you really want to.
Just for all the audience members, he's lost me.
But Mimikyu is like this ghost fairy type Pokemon that has this cloth over its head to make it look like a Pikachu, but it looks like a really demented doll of Pikachu, like a really demonic.
So that would be your second tattoo, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Well,
That's the same reason though I like it though, like because it's also dark.
Mm-hmm.
It's a darker version of the original Pikachu, or I mean Mimikyu, or whatever I called it. But yeah, darker Pokemon, especially when they're kind of like seen as powerful or dark to begin with, are awesome.
I agree.
That's why Shiny Charizard is so awesome, because it's a black dragon and he's awesome because he is black and it's all darkness and brimfire and brimstone and
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
All right.
I like it.
Well, that's about all the time we have for this evening. Thank you, everybody, so much for listening in on us. Y'all have been absolutely wonderful out there in the internet land. That is for us. Y'all have a great night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.